Welcome back everybody to the Minecraft Let's Play. Today, I'm going to be doing some pretty awesome things. So I know I'm a week behind on the schedule here, so I wanted to get back into the schedule of things. I've been kind of busy this week. And to start things off, I just wanted to get us started on this mob farm idea I had. So one of the things I'm looking for right now in my world is experience and mob drops. And I feel like if I put both of those things together, I can solve two problems at the same time. So, why not make a mob farm, a passive darkroom mob farm, that also grants me experience when I want to? Now, obviously I can't do both right away. I have to create one in order to have the other. I can't get experience unless I create mobs. So, to get us started, I actually decided to find a spot in my world here that I could use for my darkroom mob spawner. And when I looked at this hill right here, I kind of had an idea strike me. Like, what could I use this hill for? It's kind of just randomly placed here in the middle of my base. Why not make this into a sort of like a monster volcano? So my mobs spawn underground, and they go up through this tube of water with bubble streams, push them up, and then they go off to the side, maybe here or maybe where I'm standing, and they fall down from the sky, and they get squashed, and we collect their materials. And if I want to, I can flip a lever and have the monsters fall just far enough so that they have low health, and then I could kill them for their experience. And so that's kind of the idea that came out, is to turn this into a sort of like monster experience volcano, if you will, of materials and various items I need. So I thought, hey, why not combine those ideas together and make it an interesting little experiment, if you will. So that's what I'm going to do. My plan here is to make it so that only skeletons, zombies, and creepers can spawn, because spider string is relatively useless to me. And not only that, if I need spider string, I can just go to the cave spider spawners and make an experience farm there if I need string or for whatever reason. But yeah, I typically that's not really a high priority. So I'm going to go ahead and make it for creepers, skeletons, and zombies only. So, and then once I finish that part, once I get the initial dark room set up and I have the first part of the monster spawner working, I can start thinking about how I'm going to set up my experience farm. So I'm going to start out here just by working on a 2x2 hole that goes as far down as possible to the bottom of the earth. And then from there, I'll start laying out my design idea that I have in my head right now for the monster spawning pads. So I will continue to work on that, and I'll give you guys updates. Welcome back everybody. So I'm here at Y level 11, and you can probably hear all the lava around me. My plan at this point is to actually start clearing out an area where I can start lifting up the monsters, spawning the monsters. I'll be lifting them up in this tunnel with a bubble stream eventually. But for right now, I just want to spawn the monsters and move them in this direction right here. The reason why I'm building on level 11 is because I don't want to build into the lava. I want to build over it. And if I need to, I can dig down a little bit to make the water streams. But I want this to be the area where the monsters go up. I'm just going to use this as an access shaft for right now. But eventually this is all just going to be solid water blocks. And we're going to have soul sand here at the bottom to lift up the monsters and take them up all the way to the top. And then from there we'll decide what to do with them. I still have to punch a hole out at the very top for the monsters to get out of. Right now it's just an access tunnel. So I'm going to start digging here around the area. Yeah, see, this is a cave system I've just discovered. So I might have to negotiate some of this lava, but that's why I brought a water bucket with me, just in case something happens with the lava. So, yep. Definitely some opportunities to find some good resources here too. Maybe I'll get lucky and find some more diamonds. But yeah, I'm just going to start clearing out a little area around here for the monsters to spawn in. And then from there I'll show you guys how I'm going to make the spawning pads. Check this out, guys. I found this little cave system here while I was digging out everything around here, and it's definitely got plenty of monsters. I think I like cave systems because, you know, it creates less work, less area and space I have to clear out for myself when I'm making my mob system. But at the same time, they take away monster spawns away from my mob spawner. So I'm going to have to light all this up when I'm done building this first little area, just so that monsters in this area will spawn here. And the truth is, there's probably so many cave systems around here that it's going to take me a long time before I actually get any sort of decent amount of mob spawning around here. For example, I have a Let's Play world that I've been working on for a couple years, believe it or not. I've been lighting up cave systems in it for a long time, and I have a little darkroom monster spawner area, like a kind of it's like a falling version. So the monsters spawn in the air, and then they walk off of a block based off of a sign or a. In my case, I use trapdoors, and they walk into a little space, and they fall down into a catchment basin, and it funnels them into a 2x2 hole, and they fall down the hole, and they die, and I collect their drops. That system that I built a long time ago, a couple years ago, it works. I get mob drops from it, but it works very rarely, and I haven't even gotten like a stack of arrows or a stack of bones or a stack of gunpowder out of it, because there's just so many cave systems in that world that have to be lit up that I still have not lit. So it's definitely not easy to get a good working monster spawner. It takes a long time. So yeah, I just keep digging up all the resources that I find around here. And I try not to make too much obsidian because I might need to destroy these blocks when I make the water streams. So yeah, this was accidental because when I mined into here there was water in this little area right there, and it flowed down and got all this into obsidian. But here I'm just going to try to destroy it with blocks instead, just so that I don't have to worry about getting a diamond pickaxe to break these, or just destroying them with my iron pick takes a long time. So there's more stuff here too to explore, but the good news is it'll make it a little bit easier for me to make my monster spawner here. So I'll keep working on that. And oh yeah, I just want to give you an update on how I'm going to do the water stream. So some of you might have seen Etho's lab. He has a kind of a special approach to making the monsters go into the water stream, where he was using pistons to push them into the 2x2, or I think it was a 3x3 hole that he was using. Yeah, it was actually it was a 3x3 hole he was using, and it was based on using pistons to push them into the water to create the solid block, and then the water block would update, and the bubble stream would be created, and then they would go all the way to the very top. That system works, but it's laggy. I don't have a good computer for that, and it's kind of complicated, and I don't feel like making a big redstone contraption just to get monsters to go in there. So I'm going to do something much simpler, but slightly less efficient. I'm going to make this a mob pusher instead. Now, a mob pusher is basically just all the monsters get funneled into a 2x2 area here. They all get funneled into a 2x2 area. Probably need to drop this down one block, actually, now that I think about it. Let me get my bucket here. And basically what happens is I'm going to use some signs here and a sign here. And I need one more block of water. There we go. So if I'm a monster, I'm going to float right here, and I'm going to land right here at this spot, and I'm just going to stand here. Okay? Pretend like this is dug out right here, and that this whole area here is the solid water blocks that have the bubble streams with the soul sand right here. So these blocks would be soul sand, and it would carry you up all the way. But I'm technically not in those water blocks. I'm just standing here. But that's okay, because eventually, over a period of time, another monster will fall into the water, and it'll go for it, and it'll push me, who's right here, into these blocks. And then I'll float up here, I'll go all the way up to the top, and then I'll be in the monster grinder system that I'm going to build for this. So, excuse me. Long story short, as long as monsters are flowing into the system, it doesn't matter if there's like one or two standing here. That doesn't matter, because they're going to get pushed in eventually by other monsters. It's just a matter of time. This is not how I'm actually going to implement it. This is just an example. The way I want to design it is that monsters will get funneled around. It's like they'll get funneled around to this little area, and then they'll get pushed up. I want to make it so that monsters actually can't just like jump onto the spawning pad from the water. I actually want to make it so that once they're in the water, they can't get out. So I'd probably have to bring this down 2 more blocks. So it's like right here. So then if you're here, I can't get out of the water. No matter how hard I try, I can't get out. So then it forces them to go into here and get pushed to the top once another monster pushes them in. So that's the fundamental idea of the system right now. But to actually make it work, I have to work out the details of making the monster spawning pads and the water streams push into each other a little bit better. So I'll have to think about how I'm going to do that a little bit more. So yeah, I'll keep working on that. Welcome back. So I have set up a pretty efficient way of getting the monsters to go from the water streams coming from the spawning pads to the central collection area here. And the way I plan on doing that is, let's say this space right here, starting from here to here, is a spawning pad. Let's say I'm a monster right here, and let's say I fall right here. Now, most monsters can't swim anymore. Skeletons can't swim, and zombies can't swim, so I'm just being pushed right now by the sheer force of the water. Did you see that? Did you see how this water stream still managed to push me into this area? That means that if another zombie or skeleton or creeper comes by, they're just going to push me over here, and then I'll get pushed up by the bubble streams. And it seems like it'll work pretty well, because all this right here is solid water, and it's not flowing out. So there should only be no more than 2 monsters here at a time, which seems like it's pretty efficient. No pistons, just water and signs, and occasionally some half slabs. I find that if it's just a solid block like you see right here, monsters are not going to climb that block gap. But if there's a half slab here, it props them up, and it makes it easier for them to move forward. So having these half slabs here, like in this area, is a very helpful way of getting the monsters to get into this area. Just seems to push them up in that block, if you will. I put some here too. Oh, this area needs to be fixed up a little bit. Apparently I made a mistake, it looks like. Yeah, so this needs to be a water block right here, not a sign. So I'll just move this back. Take you. Move you. Have to get rid of you first. Move you there. Get another water block from the ones right here. They refill themselves automatically. Place that there, and these signs hold the water back. And then if I was a monster, I would just get pushed, go up, get pushed in this direction, I'd fall down into this water stream. This one would push me over here. I'd get pushed slowly, I'd get into this little corner, and push me over. And there's just enough coverage right here where the monsters are able to get around this corner. It seems like it works every single time. I've never had a situation where I got caught in the corner here, but it shouldn't be a big deal, because there will be enough monsters flowing in that if they do get caught in the corner, they'll just get pushed forward. So yeah, this seems like it's going to work decently. So all I have to do now is just make the secondary water streams that push the monsters between the spawning pads into the central collection area. The central collection area is too wide because I want to have enough room for a high volume of monsters. But these little gaps between the spawning pads are only going to be too tall, and they're going to, or start correction, only 1 wide. And that's all I need, because they're not going to be able to jump over to the other side. They're just going to fall in and get pushed, and once they're in the water, they can't get out. I can't jump out of this gap, even if there was a bucket of water here. See, I can't get out, so it just goes to show that it's very important to plan out the water streams and how you're going to do things before you make the mob system. I haven't made a mob system in a long time, so I was very careful to think this part through first, because I didn't want to make the spawning pads and then have to negotiate this afterwards. So just a little tidbit for anybody trying to make one of these old-fashioned mob systems themselves. To stop spiders from spawning, I'm going to place carpet in every spot where a spider could spawn. So for example, this is a legal spot, assuming that it was dark enough, because it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 blocks that are all available to the spider to spawn in. But if I put, let's say, pretend this is a piece of carpet, if I put a piece of carpet right there, now a spider can't spawn here because this one spot is blocked. And so every 2 blocks I'd have to put a piece of carpet or whatever I need to keep the spiders from spawning. I don't have carpet with me right now, so I'll have to go back to the surface to get it. I'm also going to need to grab a diamond pick because that stupid water made it impossible for me to mine out some of these blocks. So I'm going to have to also go back up and get that. So yeah, these monster spawning pads are going to be very large, and that's totally on purpose. The reason why I made them so large is because I want to have as many spawning spaces as possible with as little water as needed. And that's totally by design, because the more water streams you have inside the system, the less spawning space you have for monsters to spawn in. Yes, it makes it harder for the monsters to get to a water stream, but I mean, most monsters walk 3 or 4 blocks anyways, so for a monster to spawn right here in the very middle and then have to walk 3 blocks this way or walk 4 blocks this way is not really much farther than if I just put a water stream here in the middle. So yeah, I think this is good right here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spots. Yeah. Actually, no, this is not an area right here. Actually, that's wrong. That needs to be start here. Yeah, there's a little bit of misalignment on my part. So yeah, that's going to be 6 wide. The pads are all going to be 6 wide. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. So I'm going to keep working on this. Sorry if my voice is a little bit off right now. I'm getting over the tail end of a cold, so it might sound a little bit raspy and nasally. I apologize for that. Just going to have to bear with me. So yeah, I'll get back to you guys in a little bit. Hello again. So it appears to me that I have a system that seems to be working here, and it seems like it's tileable too. So basically I finished this first pad right here, and I was able to get the water to flow around it pretty much perfectly. I used the same technique that I used over there on this part right here, only it's 1 wide, and that works just fine. The water flowing into here is not a problem. The monsters will still flow in this direction. I was able to get this. This is actually 2 solid water blocks, but they're going in opposite directions. If it's only 1 water block, it actually doesn't work. It doesn't go in both directions. That's rude. I'm in the middle of recording and you're just going to attack me? Goodness gracious, I knew I should have blocked that area off. Here, let's just take them out. Rude, rude, rude. I was in the middle of recording and I get interrupted by a stupid skeleton. Anyways, I'll just take that guy out so he doesn't become a problem. In fact, I'm just going to take some blocks here. And yeah, there's definitely monsters around here, so I'm just going to block this off. There you go. No more monster problems. Okay. I haven't seen any monsters over there, so that should be okay. Anyways, so as I was saying, you need to have 2 water blocks here, so that not only do you want these 2 streams to meet with each other so that it makes a nice little T here, but you also want it so they flow in both directions. Now, there is one issue. If I go directly in the middle, I don't get pushed in either direction. In fact, I have to be a little bit off to the right or the left in order to get it to push me. But once I'm in the water stream, I can't get out. I'm stuck. There's no way I'm going to be able to get out of here. I'm doomed to go up the elevator. So that's the only little issue I see, But it seems like it's going to be pretty rare that a skeleton's just going to land here, or a zombie or whatever is going to land right there in the exact middle. So I think it's fine, and I think that's really the best I can ask for as far as the water streams are concerned. So yeah, everything seems like it's working nicely. It's tileable. It works. I mean, what else could I ask for? I mean, all I have to do is just add another T intersection right here to this spawning pad, and this one's pretty much ready to go. And I just keep doing that over and over again, as big as I want it to be. I don't want to make it too huge, because if there's just a constant stream of monsters coming by in the water here, more monsters are just going to get pushed out of the way, and they're not going to be able to go into the water stream. So I definitely want to be able to have it so that monsters are not... It's not too many monster spawning pads. Once I get to a certain point, I'm just going to go up one level and do the same thing again. So that's my plan. Seems like it's going to work. All I have to do is just dig it all out and light up all those caves, which is definitely going to be a doozy, but I'm not going to do all that in one episode. That's way too much work for one episode. I just want to get something started here so that by the end of the episode I can have even just a small trickle of monster drops coming in. So, yeah, it's going to keep working away. Hello again. Just a quick update on how I'm doing. As you can see, I've been hard at work here, setting up the spawning pads here. I dug out all that space. I have 2 rows in every direction. 2 rows there, 2 rows there, 2 rows here if you count the one I'm standing on, 2 rows there. I also filled in the roof area here. So now it's only a 2 wide, 2 tall spawning area. So now only spiders, creepers, zombies, and skeletons can spawn here. And then once I put in the carpet, the spiders will not be able to spawn anymore. So I dug out all the trenches, but I haven't put water in them yet. So the last step is to place the water, remove the torches and all my junk here, and then go to the surface and set up the water stream as well here. In order to do that, I have to go to the Nether to get soul sand so that I can make the bubble stream that goes all the way up. So it's not going to be a 1, 2, 3 kind of deal. I'm going to have to go to the Nether, it looks like this episode, to get the soul sand and get started on that. I also need to remember to make sure that I do not remove the torches before I put in the soul sand, otherwise I'm going to have monsters coming up the water stream as I fill it up, which would be bad. So I'm going to I'm going to make sure I do this in the right order. So next thing I have to do, put in the water trenches, and then after that I can go to the Nether. So I'll be working on that. Welcome back, everybody. So if you're following along with me by any chance, you might be wondering, how do I do a 4-way intersection? That's a good question. So it's actually pretty simple as long as you adhere to the same pattern that I use for the entire farm. So I found that using 6x6 spawning pads is the best possible way to manipulate the water, because you have an even number of blocks. So you can have your station, I guess you could say, to refill the water stream, to replenish the strength of the water stream in the middle, on the inner of the 2 middle blocks. So you count from that edge, 1, 2, 3, place your sign, dig down 3 blocks, don't forget your half slab right there, place your water block on top of the half slab, and the mobs will flow seamlessly through this little position here. So if I'm a monster and I'm just floating along here, I go down, the water pushes me onto the half slab, I get pushed up, and I continue on my journey. But what about this 4-way intersection? How do I get it to be perfect every time? Well, as long as you follow that pattern that I just showed you on every single side, you'll find that the direction, when they all meet together, this water stream right here in the middle will always control the direction of the water flow in the direction you want it to go. So in this case, I want the monsters to, if they were to fall in that area, they'd go along here, they come through here, they go this way, and they get here, they go towards the middle water station right there. And if a monster falls right here, they're going to go through directly into the middle area. Simple enough. Now I could have them go this direction if I wanted to, which is feasible, totally fine, as long as I have this a water block right here, pushing it in this direction, and I don't have any water blocks flowing this way, I just have it all going this way, then this water stream will go in this direction. It'll get refilled, replenished right here instead of right here, and the monsters will go right here in this direction, and then they'll change direction, this stream right here, and go this way. So it's totally possible to control the flow of monsters however you wish. I just chose that they would go this way, and that monsters going this way would go that way. It's just a preference. It doesn't matter. Both choices are equivalent as far as the amount of traffic of monsters moving through the system. So, yep. If you're following along, make sure you do it that way. Because if you do not, let's say you place a water stream too close, then the direction of the water stream is a little bit off, and they're going to get slowed down because they're rubbing against this wall right here. So you want to move it back one block so that all the water blocks are equivalent distances from each other. And that's the secret. Hope this helps. Alright, I have added all of the water. As you can see, I double and triple checked all of the water streams, and they all go in the direction I want. Basically, water streams go this way until they get to here, and then they join one of the main lines, and then it joins this little circular area. Let me show you what it looks like around the back. I had to do monodirectional in this area because if I put it in the middle here, the water would just create a infinite pool. So I just decided to make it one direction. It's not a big deal, really. It's not really that much slower for any mobs unless they like fall in here and they have to go 1 or 2 blocks extra, which is pointless. Anyways, so yeah, all the water streams go here. Don't worry if they make this weird direction right here. As long as they go in the direction that the water is pushing, that's what matters. As long as if a monster goes in here, it can still move along. It's just getting pushed along here. It doesn't matter what direction that block is right there, as long as they are still able to get pushed into this little area. And then once they're all here, they just wait for another monster to come along and push them into here, and then the bubble stream would lift them up and they'd go to the surface. So, yep, that's pretty much everything. This monster spawning area is pretty much ready to begin. All I have to do now is just get rid of those annoying torches, which is going to be a pain in the butt, but it shouldn't be a problem. And then I also have to take this stuff too, so... Oh, I almost forgot. I have to put in the bubble stream first before I take down the torches. I almost made that mistake. Okay, so I'm going to take all this stuff back to my base, and then I'm going to make a Nether Portal. So I'll see you when I get to that point. Almost forgot. Don't forget to put down the carpet, because if you don't, spiders will start spawning, and spiders can't fit in these gaps, so they're just going to start filling up the mob cap and wasting all of the precious dark space that I guess that you worked hard to fill by lighting all the cave systems around it. So yeah, don't forget to place these carpets. I know it looks kind of weird having red carpet everywhere, but I had to dye all my sheep red so that I could have enough wool for the library. And yeah, I'm never really going to see this, so I don't really care what color the carpet is, so yep. Next step, go to the Nether, find the soul sand, fill the water column, place the soul sand, remove the torches, and start collecting monster drops. So I'm going to go ahead and get the Nether area started, and I'll be back with you guys when I'm ready to light the portal. Hello again. So, I said that I was going to be going to make a nether portal, but I lied. I actually want to collect some snow right now. Why would I be wanting to collect snow, you might ask? Well, that's a good question. You see, snow is a very, very useful object in Minecraft. In fact, it's so useful that people don't realize just what you can do with snow. Not only does it make a beautiful block, but you can use these blocks to make houses, temples, fortresses, all kinds of cool things. But another really cool thing you can do with snow, and snow blocks I should be more specific, is you can put a pumpkin on top of 2 snow blocks and get a snow golem. And snow golems, as long as you're in the right biome, will stay alive forever and produce snow underneath them, effectively giving you an infinite source of snow without having to go to the mountain ranges and collect it yourself. That's why snow is so nice, because it's an infinite resource as long as you have durability on your shovel, and it's basically, you can throw it and you can push mobs back, or, as you're going to see, you can throw it at projectiles, certain projectiles, and prevent them from hitting you. So, I'm going to go back to my base, set up a snow golem, get a bunch of snow, and then I'll show you what I mean. So I'll see you there. So, here I am back at the house. How do you make a snow golem? So, in 1.13, they changed pumpkins so that they're not jack-o'-lanterns. They're actually pumpkins. They don't have a face on them. You see that? So, if I put 2 snow blocks and a pumpkin on top, nothing happens. Why is that? Well, the reason why that it does not make a snow golem is because it needs to be a jack-o'-lantern, not a pumpkin. So, to make a jack-o'-lantern, you take your pumpkin, place it on the ground, get a pair of shears, right-click, and just like that, you've made a jack-o'-lantern. Put your shears back, you can get some seeds from that. It's a great way of getting a ton of pumpkin seeds. And now that I have my jack-o'-lantern, or carved pumpkin if you want to be more specific, I can make my snow golem. I place it here, and there he is. Just like that, I have myself an infinite source of snow. I decided to put him inside the wall here so that I can have access to him whenever I need him. And if I need to get snow, I just start doing this. This enchanting table's in the way. It'd be a lot easier if I could put a fence post here, so let's do that instead. Some birch, just to kind of break things up, if you will. Place that. Break you. Put you there. Put you there. Now, let's see here. Well, that's one way of getting snow, I guess, is by killing your snow golem. That is, that's not how you do it. You're supposed to push him into the wall. Usually you can use pistons to do that, and then you would break the snow block from underneath him. But my shovel here has a lot of attack damage, so I killed him. So I'll fix the problem. But anyways, I'll get back to you when I'm ready to go to the Nether. Doesn't that look pretty cool? Oh, that scared me. Yes, we have visitors here. But yeah, that's pretty cool. I get to see my house and my little sheep farm there and everything from a distance while I'm being attacked here by these stupid phantoms. Well, those guys are annoying as hell. Anyways, so building the Nether Portal. I decided to put it out here just because it looks pretty cool and be a good place for a Nether Portal area house, I guess. Something to protect it from the cave spiders? No, pigmen that come out of it occasionally. Because killing a caveman is not... pigman is not... Oh my goodness! This guy is distracting me like crazy. Man, these phantoms are sure annoying as hell, that's for sure. Okay, here we are. Did you die already? Goodness gracious. I'm gonna just snag one of these torches. Okay. There's the Nether Portal. You've all seen it before. Decided to put it here because I'd put a building around it maybe one day. Make it look cool. And it's away from the base. I don't have to listen to the Nether Portal all the time. And I have a boat I can get over here. So, anyways, let's go to the Nether already. Yeah, we're getting attacked right now. Let's get out of here. Once this lag subsides, I can get a better look around. Okay. Looks like I am in a very low area because I'm near the lava lake at the very bottom. I can see everything is updating, all the water, all the lava is updating, all the light levels are updating. All this is being generated for the first time. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why it's so laggy at first, is because all the lava has to spread and update all the light around it. And once all that's done, though, it should be fine. So, yeah. Looks like I can't see too far because my render distance is too low. I have to keep it low so I can record with decent frame rate. But, yeah, we got some glowstone right off the bat. Got some magma blocks. I hear that this will burn you if you don't sneak over it. Yeah, so you gotta sneak when you walk over it, otherwise it'll burn you. Got some nether quartz, so I can finally make some comparators. Plenty of lava, so I can come here and get some lava if I ever need it. Yeah, there's magma blocks literally next to the portal here. So, why did I bring these snowballs? Well, if I'm lucky, I'll see a ghast. Well, if I'm unlucky, I'll see a ghast, I guess. I'm gonna see a ghast, and it's gonna shoot its little fireball at me. When the ghast shoots its fireball, I gotta be able to. I'm not a perfect shot, so I'm not gonna be able to hit it with my sword and send it back towards the ghast. But I can use snowballs to ricochet the ghast's fireball back to where it came from, and maybe even hit the ghast for all I know. But what I'm doing right now is I'm just surrounding the portal with cobblestone, because I don't want a ghast fireball to knock it out, which is possible, and it's happened to me before where I've been stranded in the nether because my portal was put out. Yeah, I didn't bring enough cobblestone to protect it. As long as I have something I can run to if I get attacked by zombie pigmen, that's really all that matters. But because I have my flint and steel with me, but I still do that. I don't want to be destroyed by a ghast. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to put a crafting bench and a door here. Doors are useful, keep monsters out. Later on I'm going to make this a little bit more built up, make it look nicer. But for right now, as long as it has a door and it has something I can protect the portal with, I think I'm all good. Okay. And another precaution that I always take is I make a chest. Here I am. Take the chest, put your flint and steel in there. If I die, or if anything happens, I can always relight the portal now. Alright, so my mission when I came here was to scout the area and to find soul sand. I don't see any soul sand, but I see lots of resources around. So I'm going to have my snowballs at the ready. Excuse me. Have my snowballs at the ready, so that when a ghast shoots its fireball, I can throw it back and protect myself. You gotta be careful here in the nether, because I have no fire resistance potions, because I haven't found a nether fortress yet. So if I fall into the lava, I am screwed. Awesome. Here's the soul sand. Oh, that's a ghast. Yes, I never have gotten used to the sound of the ghast. Yeah, those things make disgusting noises. Anyways, I'm going to mine some soul sand here, and if I ever get in a fight with the ghast, I'll be sure to show you how I use my snowballs to protect myself. So I'll see if that happens. Oh God, please don't see me. I know you're right there. Okay. I think I'm safe from the ghast. I think it's far enough away where it won't see me. Okay, I think that's all of it. Let's see if we can take out this ghast with snowballs. It's actually pretty cool. There he is. Alright, check this out. Just like that, I can deflect the fireballs. The key is you have to get it to hit in just the right spot. You have to get it to hit just in the middle, which is hard because the snowballs arc. And sometimes they don't hit perfectly. You can't really aim. You just kind of have to deflect them. Here we are. Get a little bit closer to the ghast. There we go. No, can't quite get it. Got him. Woo! That's new. I didn't know they added that little sound. And what's even cooler is the moment I killed that ghast, it showed me the Nether Fortress here. So, I found the Nether Fortress. I found the, let's see, did I get a ghast here from that? I hope I did. Did I get a ghast here? I don't think I did get a ghast here. That's unfortunate. I guess they don't drop it every single time. Or maybe it's because the snowball doesn't count as a kill for me? I don't know. But what matters is I found the Nether Fortress. And, wait a second, I got experience from that, so there should have been a ghast here, shouldn't there? Oh, I guess ghast don't drop it every single time, that's probably why. But, yeah, so, interesting. What matters is that I found the Nether Fortress, and I have a way of getting Nether Wart now, so let's go ahead and explore it. If I see anything like a blaze spawner, I'm just going to ignore it. Uh-oh. We got company. Hello? Huh, I guess he just doesn't care about me right now. Let's see. Need some netherrack. Some people used to call netherrack bloodstone. Here, Enderman. I gotta make sure I don't aggro him. Man, this place is not hospitable, that's for sure. Okay, here we go. Found the Nether Fortress. My home is that way, I know that, so I just gotta remember how to get back here. So I'm going to... Yeah, I found the fortress. It gave me an achievement for that too. That's pretty awesome. I collect this glowstone later. I just kind of want to see if I can find the area with the netherrack. Okay, yeah, there's definitely a lot of corridors here. I'll come back to you guys if I find it. It really is extensive. I've been walking for quite a distance here, and it just keeps going. I found a blaze spawner over here. I'm going to try to take out just one... Oh, great, we got a wither skeleton. Yeah, these guys can kill me pretty quickly, and there's two of them. Yeah, I'm just going to do one at a time. Come over here. These guys can off me pretty quickly, so I gotta make sure I fight them very conservatively, because I have iron armor, but that's not the best armor in the world. Come over here. There you are. There we go. Yeah, those guys, they do quite a bit of damage. Blazes do lots of damage too, so I'm gonna try to kill me just a couple of blazes if possible. I just need enough to get myself a... potion stand and I think that's it for right now. I don't need blaze rods for anything else. Yeah, here we go. These spawners are actually pretty slow. They only spawn one once in a while. Alright, there we go. There we go. I got one blaze rod. I think I'm going to try to go for one more. Yeah, this is taking too long. I'll go get those later. But I just want you guys to see what I'm doing. I'm trying to see if I can find the underground area. Oh, great, we got okay, I gotta be careful of these wither skeletons because they will destroy me. Yeah, it's not safe for me right now. I'm not. You need diamond armor in order to really take those guys. And even with diamond armor, they can really screw you over pretty quickly. Okay, let's see. Okay, this is the underground area, so I think I can find the... because once you see one of these, you know you're in the area where they spawn nether wart. Okay. I hear a wither skeleton. It's a dead end. Yeah, I hear more wither skeletons. But I found a chest. Bunch of gold stuff. I'll take it. Hell, I'll even take the chest with me. I know there's a wither skeleton over there. What do we got here? We got ourselves a saddle. That's useful. I know there's a skeleton probably above me. I'm gonna go over here. Oh, skeleton. Okay, let's go over here. I was here before. Oh, I see him right there. Yeah, he's right there. Gotcha. Another chest. Ooh, a diamond. Not bad. I'll just break the chest. Awesome. Good stuff. Nothing down there. Let's keep going. So far, so good. I've survived this far. The problem with zombie pigmen is that my sword likes to swing. So if I hit a wither skeleton, it might swing around and get the zombie pigmen. So I gotta remember to stand back a little. Oh, there's another guy. I'm not gonna mess with him. No, he's already after me. Gotcha. Okay, so it looks like everything around here has been explored. Let's go down. This ends abruptly. I was hoping I would find nether wart here. Oh, speak of the devil. I found it right here. And there's more over here too. I'm not going to take all of it. I'm just going to take some of it. There we go. Because if I die on my way back, I want there to be some left for if I come back. I want to put all my eggs in one basket. Let's go over here. See if there's any more chests. Yeah, this is definitely one of the coolest parts of Minecraft, is being able to explore these nether fortresses and get loot and all this cool stuff and kill all the creatures. Yeah, this is definitely a very extensive nether fortress. So, yeah, I'm going to continue to explore. I'm going to look around, and I'll get back to you guys when I get back to the Nether Portal, and I'll share with you guys all the loot I've found. So, yeah, I'll see you in just a little bit. Whew, I've made it back. And I got bumped and bruised a little bit, but I've made it. I survived. I got attacked by a couple wither skeletons and some blazes, but I've managed to survive. I take all this stuff with me. I don't need all that. Anyways, let's go home. It's been a great journey. We found nether wart. We found blaze rods. We got everything we need to get started on potion making now. Whoa! Oh, I forgot that those guys are still there. That's hilarious. Middle of the daytime and they're still trying to attack me. That's funny. Anyways, I'm gonna go back home now and get myself situated. And yeah, I'll see you when I get back to my base. Alright, welcome back everybody. Just gonna put away some of my stuff while I talk to you. So, as you can see here, I got a lot of loot from that nether run. I got tons of gold, some iron, lots of horse armor, which will be very useful later on. Put that over here. I even got a golden chest plate, which I can smelt down for its gold value. Just throw that in there. I got blaze rods, which are very useful for making potions. I got some mushrooms. Mushrooms are good too. I got nether wart, necessary for making potions. Nether quartz, which is also important for making comparators and decorative blocks. And I got glowstone dust, so I can actually install lights into my library now and make it look decent. So yeah, and I also got my soul sand, which I needed for the mob farm. So yeah, I'm definitely moving along here in the world. Finally have access to the nether items, so I'm going to add a chest here now for that stuff. Nether items. Awesome. I can put my stuff in here. Great. And even got a diamond from all that. That's pretty cool. So yeah, I'm going to see you guys at the bottom of the mob spawning area now. And I'll place the water. And I'll place the... What else do I need? I need to place the water. I need to get rid of the torches. And I need to place the soul sand. I need all 4 of those things before I can call the mob farm officially begun, but not finished, because I still have to add more dark rooms to make it more efficient, and I have to light up more caves to make it so it works better. So yeah, I'll see you there. Oh my goodness, I'm being attacked by a guy with a trident. Holy crap. I need to take a minute to step back a little bit. Look at that. Throwing tridents at me. That's enough from you. Mr. Drowned. Ow. Jeez, that guy sure does some damage. Let's take you out. All 3 of them. Jeez, I need to go get some sleep because these guys are just relentlessly attacking me. Jeez. I gotta eat all my potatoes. Okay, did you drop anything? If he drops a trident, I would have just been absolutely amazed. No, I don't think he did. That would have been very lucky. What's that? Oh, that's one of my arrows. I'll take that back, because I only have a couple of those. Anyways, what I was doing out here before I started getting attacked by all the monsters was I was building the monster volcano here, and I was making the area look a little bit nicer here. Yeah, that's right, burn in the sun. There we go. One of them actually attacked me and threw me off the island and I almost died. So I gotta be careful when I'm around these guys. But yeah, here's the mob volcano. They're gonna come out the top here, and it's gonna be like a cool little display, I guess, of monsters coming out the top of this little hill here. I'm just making it look a little bit nicer. Actually, that was good. Yeah, so the grass will grow and it'll look more realistic. Anyways, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to eventually... just going to get this up here. So monsters will come out here. What I want to do is actually have a little tube that comes out of here, like I'm siphoning the monsters from the volcano, and then I'm going to have them fall onto like magma blocks or maybe lava or whatever it is I need to kill them. And then, excuse me, I can collect their loot using hopper minecarts or hoppers, however I plan to do that. But for right now, I just want to get it started. And then once they start pouring out, then I'll figure out what to do with them. So, yeah. I have to, last thing I got to do now is install the soul sand. So let's go ahead and do that. Press the shift key to slide down the water here. So the last thing I have to do is install the soul sand, because if I install the soul sand immediately without taking out the torches, I won't be able to get back down If you catch my drift, I won't be able to get back down here because the bubble stream will keep pushing me back up. So I'm going to go ahead, remove these torches, destroy these cobblestone bits here, and I'll get back to you once I have this thing up and running. Here we go! All the way to the top. Woo! That's pretty cool. So, I didn't really get a chance to show you guys, but everything is dark down there. The carpet's in place. I destroyed all the cobblestone. I destroyed all the ladders. Everything is perfect. And I even saw monsters spawning down there, which gives me the confidence that my mob spawner is indeed working, and I saw them going in the water. So I'm very confident now that this is actually working, that I actually have a very basic mob spawner system working now. So to test it, I'm going to stand on top of my house, away from the volcano, just to see if monsters are going to start coming out. Just to see if all this work that I put into it today is actually going to see any kind of results. Let's stand up here and just take a look. I see the bubbles. It should be coming out. So I know that it has to be, if you can see the bubbles at the top, that means it's solid blocks all the way through. So there shouldn't be any problems. Oh, I know what it is. It's probably because they're getting stuck at that little area, the shuttling area. So there needs to be a little bit of a backlog of mobs before it gets started. So, well, I'm pretty confident based off of what I saw down there that it's going to work just fine, because I saw them going in the water stream, and which shows to me that they are indeed spawning and they are going down there. Even while I was putting out the torches, they are spawning. So it makes me feel confident that something's going to hopefully work eventually. But for right now, I can just probably leave it like that, because I don't think a lot of monsters are going to start coming out. But if they do, I'll cap it off and I'll create a little catchment basin for them. So yeah. Anyways, I have something else planned for this episode. Plan on working on the other items around the base here. I'm thinking about starting something else maybe. So I'll get back to you guys in just a minute. Welcome back, everybody. So as I promised, I'm going to be making an automatic chicken farm. I'll show you guys how to do that. So choose an area. Specifically, you might want to choose an area that goes into a mountain, although you don't have to do that way, but I think it just looks better if you have the front of the chicken farm sticking out from like a wall or something. So yeah, I chose my little spot here next to the path. It's nice and convenient. So what you want to do is just kind of get a little 1, 2, 3, 4 by 3 little facade wall here that you can start your chicken farm in, and then you want to mine. I'm just going to go ahead and take extra time to place the blocks the way I want so that it just looks nice. So what you want to do is you want to place your chest down first. That's the first step. Place a couple blocks next to it maybe if you want, and you want to place a hopper facing into it behind it like this. I'm just going to break these blocks so that I can make it look nice. Okay, there you go. Get your hopper, and then you're going to shift right click on the chest there. So once you have the hopper going into the chest, any items you drop will go into the chest, which is good. Get your stone slab, put a half slab on top of it. It'll still pick up items even on top of the half slab, which is good. And then put a dispenser behind the half slab, like this. Perfect. So now if the dispenser dispenses anything, it'll go into the chest, although that's not specifically what we want it to do. So go ahead and place some blocks here, make it look nice. As I said to the 10th time now, place a block of glass in front of it, see if you want to see the chickens inside of there. Next step, you want to place down your lava. To get your lava, you can go down to Y level 11, or you can go to the Nether like I did today. I got this from Y level 11 because that's closer. So place some blocks that are fireproof around the lava, like this. Perfect. Then take your... Actually, I think I'll just put a block of glass above that. Should I? I don't really need to see the lava. I just need to be able to see the chickens inside of there. So place a block there. take my lava bucket, place it down right there. So now, once the dispenser dispenses what I'm about to tell you about, whatever it is that's going to be on top of there has the block of lava above its head. I'll be more specific in just a minute. So, we have our lava, we have our dispenser, we have our hopper and our chest. We're halfway done. The next step is to clear out a little bit of the area around the dispenser. You need access to the dispenser so you can see it. There we go. Okay, get some stone bricks or whatever you use to place redstone. Break that block right there. Put that down. I'm going to be putting a comparator facing out of the dispenser, just like that. So if I put an item in here, you see that the comparator lights up and it emits a signal, which is exactly what you want. Next up, with the redstone, clear out a little bit of this area right here. Right there, right here, right there, and right there. Awesome. So what you want to do next, get a redstone repeater, place it on one tick, just leave it like that. Get your redstone dust, place it in just like that. Now, place this on subtraction mode, and the next step is you have to power the dispenser because the dispenser is not powered right now. So you need another line of redstone to do that as well. So place your line like that, get your redstone, place it down. You need to place it such that the redstone is going into the dispenser, not into the comparator. So to do that, you have to, forget how do I do this. I remember there's a certain thing I have to do. Can't place it here because there has to be a block right there. I know that I have to, I think I can place another redstone repeater there if I wanted to. The reason why you place the redstone repeater here is because you want it to shoot the item slowly. If it shoots too quickly, then the dispenser won't work properly. Oh! Yeah, the lava is trying to set all the trees on fire. Once I cover up the lava, I won't set anything else on fire, but let's see here. I have a design in a creative world that I've been looking at to do this. Let me get back to you guys in just a minute. Welcome back. Okay, so I remember now exactly what it is I did wrong. You have to lift this up one block. It's as simple as that. But yeah, once there's items inside the dispenser, see how it shoots them all out? So it just keeps shooting them out until it runs out of items. Yep. Pretty cool, huh? Next step, you want to install a control lever. The reason why you want to install a control lever is so that you can control when it's shooting and when it's not shooting. And I'll explain to you in just a minute why you want to do that. Get those. Go here. Let's see, where do I want to put the control lever? You want to make it so that it sets the redstone going to the dispenser. It turns this one on. So to do that, I can just put a block like right there, maybe. Yeah, and then I can put my lever on that block. Perfect. So now it turns on the dispenser, but when this is on, ooh, you want to turn off the clock. I actually just realized that. I remember if you power, which block is it you have to power? Let me go back to my creative world and see what I have to do here. I just remembered. It's this block right here. You want to power this line, not that line, because this is the line that controls the comparator. That's the line that controls the dispenser. You want to control the comparator, not the dispenser. So when I flip this, start shooting. When I close it, it stops working. So that's exactly the behavior I'm looking for. There you go. So now you can control when the dispenser is firing and when it's not firing. The next step, and something I forgot to do earlier, I want to pick up the lava for this. You need to have a way of getting items to go into the dispenser. So you get your hopper here, and then you can place your lava right there. Cover that up with blocks so that nothing can spawn inside there. make sure you don't cut off the redstone right there. Take your half slabs, put them right here, and right here. Actually, I need to have one right here. There we go. So you take your two hoppers and you put them side by side right there, and they go directly into the dispenser. So anything that goes in there goes into the dispenser and gets shot from the dispenser. So you get your... actually, you want to get solid blocks for this. I remember now. This is all starting to come back to me. It's been a while since I've done one of these. So you cover up all the blocks here. Let's see if I can get some more. Awesome. Cover these up, except for the blocks on top of the hoppers. Take some carpet, put it on top of the hoppers right there, and then you take your half slabs and you cover everything around it up. Except for, of course, the parts you want to have the land touching. It's like right here is a good spot to put one. Put that there, put that out, put that there, make it look nice. Make it look like it's part of the mountainside maybe. So the next step is to put chickens inside of here. And I think you guys know what I'm talking about when I say put chickens inside of there. Once the chickens go in there, they can't get out because those half slabs. And what happens is the chickens lay eggs, right? Every 20 minutes a chicken lays an egg or something like that. The egg gets collected by the hoppers. The egg goes into the dispenser. The dispenser shoots out the egg, and you have a 1 in 3 chance or something like that of spawning a baby chick. The baby chick gets spawned on top of the half slab, and its head is inside the lava, but it doesn't actually burn up. When the baby chick grows up, it is big enough to touch the lava, and it burns up, and it dies. When it dies, the items get collected by the hopper and go into the chest. And you get cooked chicken, you get feathers, and occasionally you might get an egg or two from the chickens above. Somehow, some way in the game code, eggs are able to get into here. I don't know, just from experience I've seen a couple go in there occasionally. I think what it is that the chicken grows up, and in that instant that it's alive, it lays an egg or something like that, but that happens very rarely. So, also, sometimes when the chickens die, some of the items burn up, but this is an automatic farm, so you're really not losing a lot of items in the long run. It's still good. Don't worry. The rate over time is good, but in order to get good rates, you have to have chickens inside of the basin right here. It has to be quite a few chickens. I would say at least 20. Ideally, enough just enough chickens so that the mob cramming limit doesn't activate. I would say 20 is fine. Depends on how quickly you want to get items. The rate I wanted to get it at, I'll probably just put about 15 in there. Takes a little bit of time before you get 15 in there if you start with 2. But yeah, it's definitely a good way to get all the items you need. Also, you're wondering, what about this lever here? That's a good question. The lever is actually used for controlling the dispenser. When the lever is on, the dispenser won't fire. And when that happens, the eggs collect inside of the dispenser. And then what you can do is every now and then you can go in there and collect the eggs if you want them. Or if you just don't want things to spawn, you can just turn that off and you'll reduce the amount of lag. But this thing doesn't produce a lot of lag because it only activates the redstone once every single time the chicken lays an egg, which is not that often. So long story short, it produces little lag. And I think I can move this. Yeah, I can just put the lever like right there. Perfect. And I can put that there. Actually, no, I can put that there. Perfect. Yeah, so it looks really nice now. Built into the mountainside. It looks good. I can walk by and get my eggs and my chicken and all the stuff I need and head on out. More importantly, I need feathers, because feathers are useful for arrows, so I won't have to operate on a low number of arrows in the future. So I'm going to go ahead and get my chickens and get this thing started, but you don't need to see me do that. But yeah, in the future, hold on, hold your horses. Ah! It looks like the lava is setting the carpet on fire here. It's because there's air blocks right there. If I cover that up, they won't burn because there's no air blocks for them. which is what it's going to look like in the future. This is what it's going to look like once all the chickens are in there. I can't do that until I get chickens, so I'll do that on my own. For right now, I'm just going to call it an episode. Yeah, this lava's burning that too. It's not a big deal. I'll just deal with it later. Anyways, I'm finally going to end the episode, don't worry. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you for helping me out with my channel and giving me feedback and all the things you do. Thank you very much for leaving the nice comments that you guys have been leaving for me. It definitely gives me encouragement to keep going. I'm going to try to remain faithful to that upload schedule I was talking about of 1 episode a week. But until that happens, I'm just going to play it by ear. Until I have more time, I should say. I'm just going to try to stick with that 1 episode a week if I can. But please understand that I am in school and I don't have 100% control over my schedule all the time. So I just do the best with what I have. Anyways, make sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. And thank you very much for watching this video. Have a nice day.